Okay. You can perform variable data with something as simple as Microsoft Word. How many of us here have done a mail merge? Envelopes, letters, okay? Nothing magical there. Have any of us used the DataMerge feature in InDesign? 1, 2, 3, 4. Free with InDesign is a variable data palette called DataMerge. It allows you to merge both print and images onto InDesign templates. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then if you step up from that and want to do conditional processing, where you put some rules in place that say, if Cheryl is female, then give me this picture. If Jim is male, then give me a blue background, or whatever it would be. If alumni of 50 years, put gold sticker in the lower right-hand corner. If you want to start applying business logic or rules to your variable data processing, then you're going to step up to a product like XMPie's UDirect. Still a local plugin, that's a plugin just into InDesign, but allows you to do a little bit more with your data than just straight merging, okay? Now, we're going to go back to that word that I mentioned last time, count. Count matters, right? If you're merging 1,000 records, okay. If you're merging 100,000 records, I really don't want you doing that at your local desktop. You know, your coffee break would last a couple of days. So if you're going to merge a lot of data, you want to consider where you want that merging to occur. But if we're talking short run and personalized, you might say, you know, today we're going to do a postcard campaign to the following zip codes. And maybe that yields, you know, 400, 500 postcards. That's certainly something you could do in-house at a local desktop without any problem whatsoever. So I'm going to show you what that looks like as well. How does that sound as a first demo for our group? Okay. So I have InDesign CS4 up, and I'm going to open up first a postcard sample. And what I have here is simply a two-page, a front and back postcard, a picture on the front, and we'll put some text on the back along with a mailing address, okay, all of which we can merge with our data. DataMerge is found under the window pull-down menu under Automation. And up comes our DataMerge palette with a little wizard. It steps you through and tells you exactly what to do, what to go get, and how to use it. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select the data source. In this case, I've prepared a spreadsheet, okay, just an Excel spreadsheet with some records in it. Any database, though, that can export a CSV, a comma-separated file, or a tab-delimited file will do. And when I bring that in the palette comes all the header information for this particular database. First name, last name, address, city, state, membership, gender, company, profession, whatever it is that you've captured about them, you can bring in and then use how you would like. Now remember, this DataMerge feature in InDesign just allows me to move data straight through the template. I can't do any conditional processing or apply any logic with this palette. It's free, and this is sort of what I call an entry-level exercise. So I'm going to just create a text box and drag that into position and say, hey, first name, wish you were here vacationing with us. Okay? That'll be the headline across the top of my postcard. And the other thing that I will do is I will convert that to white reverse. Hopefully you can see that. Now let's test this. Variables in place. Let's put it in the lake so you can see a little bit better. At the bottom of my DataMerge palette, I have a preview. and I can preview all of my records. I can just simply scroll through them. Hey Jim, hey Kara, hey Bob, okay, to see a couple of things. One, is it working? And two, one of the things that you have to be mindful of when you start designing or developing for variable data is Bob is a nice short first name. What if it were Guinevere or, you know, something even longer? You want to make sure that the placeholder, the box that you've developed, is wide enough or long enough that it can flex to fit whatever may be happening with your text. Okay, I'll come down to the back side of the postcard, and I'm just going to place my label. No more labeling. We're going digital now. And so my address is as simple as first name, last name. Notice I'm still in preview. I'll turn it off. Address, city, comma, state, space, zip, and my mailing label's in place. If I had a postage indicia, I'd put it up in the upper right-hand corner, set this up, ready to go, and that's all there is to it. So here are my records. I only have 3, just keep it simple, okay? And if everything looks good, I'm ready to create my merged document. I can determine which records to merge, all of them, a single record to do a test, or I can do ranges. I can say, give me the first 1 through 50, the next 100 through 200. I can do whatever ranges that I want to do in terms of my merge. And in a second, I'll show you the difference between single record and multiple up. I'll generate a report in case I've forced any overflow text, because I'd want to catch that and fix that. And if I have images, I don't have images with this merge, but if I did, I could catch that as well. I want to make sure the images fit proportionally to the box, center in the frame, are linked, and then if I'm working with a lot of records, the resulting file or files can be limited. So if I have 1,000 records and I don't want 1,000 postcards in a single InDesign file, I can chunk them up into smaller amounts. Give me 50 postcards in an InDesign file, and that would give me 20 InDesign files, and then from there I would simply hand them over to whoever would be the production person that would be producing this piece. I'll click on OK. And up comes my little indicator saying, hey, you're good. A second InDesign file was generated. And there is my first postcard, my second postcard, and my third postcard. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Now, I'm going to close this and don't save it.